Today we're making brownies, and cricket brownies, of course, because brownies are delicious and I love brownies. And this is an excuse to get some protein so you can pretend it's a health food, which aside from the sugar, it's actually not that bad for you. We're making brownies because they're delicious. Part of Gastrobug's mission, I guess, is to convince people that bugs aren't weird and they're not gross, and yes, you should eat them. Crickets are, as I'm sure mentioned in every single video we've done, all one of them, and every single video we will do, they're crazy high in protein, which means that you're having a meat brownie, but it doesn't taste like a meat brownie, it tastes like an actual brownie. So let's make some health food. Okay, so I'm going to start by mixing my dry ingredients, which are flour, is flour, 1/4 teaspoon salt and 1/4 teaspoon baking powder, and cocoa, 1/3 cup, and of course crickets. Mix together really well. And as ever with crickets, you want to make sure you get out all of the little clumpy bits, although I think some of these clumpy bits are chocolate because it's been sitting in a cupboard for a while. And cream the butter and the sugar. And the butter should be melted, it's kind of melted still. A cup of sugar, because this is where we stop pretending that's a health food recipe, I guess. Right, now it'll squishy together. We throw in a teaspoon of vanilla and 2 eggs. And further mix that. Until it's not all curdled looking. We take our dry ingredients, add them in. There's a bunch of schools of thoughts about adding like half the dry ingredients and mixing those and adding the wet ingredients, but I've never found a difference in the end. It seems very troublesome. You don't want to overmix any dough that isn't a yeast dough. But I find with brownies, it's legitimately, because it's such a dense food to begin with, it's legitimately hard to overmix it unless you're putting serious effort into it. By which I mean sticking it in like a stand mixer and walking away for like an hour. Right, now that we're all frosting looking, I'm going to not knock things over. My mom used to say that for cookies, and she never said about brownies, but I don't remember making brownies, maybe that's why, that you have to start with a wooden spoon, otherwise it doesn't taste as good. Right, then we spatula or scoop or whatever this into our prepared pan. The reason tin foil is on the pan, by the way, when you're done cooking, you can take each of these little handles and lift the whole thing out without ruining one by trying to dig it out of a pan of really dense stuff. And then we're ready to put in the oven. As mentioned, the magical way to get everything out intact. If you want to make this yourself, the link to the recipe is at gastrobug.com, as well as links to buy cricket flour. So today we're making brownies. And the reason we're choosing brownies is, aside from the fact that brownies are delicious, because brownies are delicious, it preheated. See, I'm looking. Mm.